Chainlink update. Back from vacation, and now we're back to regular Chainlink updates. So hit the thumbs up button, you sons of bitches. So let's get right into the daily chart of Chainlink. And what do we notice in the bigger picture? The 200 SMA is the orange line here, and we can see for the first time in a long time it's pointing down. So not only that, it's usually that's the bear market, right? Last time we did that, that was the middle of the bear market, approaching the end. Once you start doing that, once you start holding it, getting above it and holding it, right? That's when really things can start to change, and that's when your bigger moves can come. That's when the start of the next bull run can come, right? That's what you want to be looking for in the bigger picture, right? So let's zoom back in here and realize how far below we are, right? So we have a long ways to go uh, in the next, the next price discovery modes, okay, so to speak. So realizing that, right, we're starting to try to attempt to make a bottom. Look at the moving averages, right? What do you notice here? We're trying to flatten this out. So we've been going pretty sharply down, and then a sharp reverse, and then short-lived. But this time it's starting to, right? A lot of altcoins, right? Not just Chainlink specifically. We're trying to stretch this out, which is what you want to look for to really, begin your consolidation phase and, restructuring and building a base back up. So that's what we're doing. Now, the last time we started to flip these moving averages back least to greatest, which is what we need to do. Look back at the last bull run, right? You look at all these moving averages, right? They get sorted out, they stay least to greatest, right? The 8, 21, 34, 50, and it's looking good, right? Now we're basically been the opposite this whole bear market. So now we're trying to build this up, but we've been here before, right? We've looked at this. We've crossed the 8 over the 21. It's been short-lived, right? We even tried to hold it for the longest time here, right? We got above it, many bounces right off the EMA 8. And then, as soon as we close below it, it closed right back below all the moving averages, right? Look at this, right? We bounce. As soon as we close below it, it just goes right under in a hurry. So, guess what? We're testing it as we speak. As of today, we're pulling back to it, and you can start to see this is starting to roll over. So that's not what we want to see. Now, this will straighten out again if we seem to bounce and, make our way back up here. And we want to be looking to take out this high. So anywhere above 963, 965 would be a great sign to continue the upwards movement. We want to be looking for bounces on an upwards move. You got to be holding the EMA 8 or the 21. And so far for Chainlink, it seems to be that once it closes below the EMA 8, it struggles quite rapidly, right? So that's what you want to be looking for on the daily chart. Bounce off the EMA 8, which as of right now, the exact number is 740. So watch that. Watch 740 number. It doesn't mean you can't wick below it, but closes need to be, at there or higher if you want to just continue in this nice little bounce up the stairs mode. So let's zoom out to the bigger picture here, right? Here's the 200 week, right? So this is kind of separates, the struggle mode underneath here for altcoins, for any coin, versus, you're still potentially in the shallow water, so to speak. We're in the deep stuff now, right? We're trying to kind of reverse this. As you can see, maybe this despair mode we've talked about a couple videos. Going up to the bull market, then you start falling down, and you kind of breach all these levels that you're used to for so long. A lot of people bought Chainlink above $20, right? If you're in that boat, no worries, we'll get out of it. But the spare mode usually enters and triggers on coins on levels where you haven't seen in prolonged periods of time, which is kind of resembles where we are now. But we have some good signs. We're trying to pick up. We're trying to kind of this broadening bottom instead of these jagged little reversals here, right? This doesn't bode well. These little candles. But look at the bottom here, right? Which is a little bit more flattened out, which is what you want to look for to potentially have a bottom. Doesn't mean it's in, but I like this kind of two double wicks here. And I also like that we closed above the EMA 8 yesterday, right? But we've done that before. We have to watch for this on the bigger picture, right? We've done it a couple times very briefly as a fake out, right? One candle, two candle, gone. One candle, two candle, gone, right? Couple weeklies, there's a month looking good, and then, sink it, right? So what we want to do is continue to close. There's 1 week, right? 2 weeks. Let's get 3, 4 weeks. Maybe it's test the 21 week EMA, which usually divides the bulls and bears as well. And a lot of coins need to get above its 21 week to really make those bigger moves. For Chainlink, that's coincidentally around this high candle right here. Again, 970 as of right now. Want to be watching that and close above that, and then we can start to get moving a little bit. Obviously, it's going to depend on what Bitcoin does in a bigger way, but you have the 200 week, the 21 week, right? Kind of around, similar levels, 1150, around the $10 level. So we still got some work to do. But I like what we're doing. Trying, at least as far as trying to, potentially get this bottom. Ideally, if you're a bull, you just want to kind of continue to march up the stairs, maybe get rejected by the 21, but you end up holding the EMA 8, then break through, kind of move up to the 200, come back down a little bit, right? This is what you want to be looking for, marching up the stairs here, right? And then, beyond that, you'll start 2023 with at least getting out of the despair mode, getting back above the 200. That would be pretty much ideal for the bulls, right? The 21 kind of levels off here, starts moving around. The EMA 8 starts, acting as support of these bounces. Looking good. That's what you'd want to be looking for if you're a max bull for Chainlink. If you want to buy lower prices, obviously you'd want to get rejected as many times as possible, just like you did in high school, okay? So Crypto Fear and Greed Index, let's check it out. We're at 33. We're trying to, again, build up the stairs. Look at that. Nice structure. We're looking good so far. Quote of the day. A single sunbeam is enough to drive away many shadows. Very sweet. Car of the day. McLaren 570S in solar yellow, of course. And there's the rear for you. All right. Where do we end up? 7.5 minutes. That's okay. Any questions on Chainlink? Let me know if you want to see something different covered in the next video. We'll do several of these a week, and Bitcoin video updates every Monday and Thursday for the foreseeable future. Do some longer ones there. I just put that out just before this one. It's about 16, 17 minutes long. A lot of good stuff in that one. If you're a long time subscriber of me, I appreciate you. Thumbs up to you. You can leave me one or two if you want. If not, no big deal. Doing this for you guys to help somebody. If it changes one person's life at minuscule amounts, it's worth it. So I'll continue to do this for at least the foreseeable future. Trying to learn more each and every day, become better. I suggest you do the same, and we'll get there together. Stuttering Stanley. Okay, all right, we'll end it there. I'll see you on the next one. I appreciate you.